Welcome everyone, I'm Kevinsmak, and in this video I'm going to show you how to upgrade the harvesting discs and belts, give you a good idea of the best way to do it that I've found to make it easy for you, and let's go ahead and just jump right in. First thing I like to do is go into the starter worlds and do it there. There's an area where you cannot get killed and it makes it a lot easier. You don't have to worry about griefers. You don't have to worry about getting something and then losing it because of that. So what I like to do is, especially when I'm farming, I like to go on the Australia server because no one really is on there. Plus the time difference is about 14 hours difference. So a lot of times it'll be like 4 in the morning there when it's 2 p.m. here. So I'll go in here and just enter an Australia world because the population is so low. It's also pretty low on Europe. So those are the two servers you want to get to if you really don't want to see anyone and have the most mobs to eliminate for gold or mine or and stone. We're going to start in the main area, the Earth Temple. We're going to go to get a disc. If you're ever confused about the center here, your bank and the vendors are always where the hammer points. So it's this way. And I'm going to show you what you do first. First time you are getting your harvesting skill, you need to get a rune. You need to get a white one. So you go up here and you'll see some runes here. We would go choose harvesting. And here you could choose which rune you would want. You have grave digging, which is very difficult, logger, miner, quarryman, and skinner. Also, you have your belts here. So belts are an added thing that goes onto your gear where you can have them and you don't have to worry about durability, which is nice because everything else you do. But they are really annoying to upgrade, as well as the regular runes are too. So here's the Gravedigger. Again, you're going to have the same ones here. Logger, Miner, Quarry, and Skinner. So once you get the white rune, what you would do is go farm and try to get a green rune. The green rune would look like this. That's a quarryman one, and here is a miner one, just to give you an idea. So once you have one of these runes, you can then equip it. So we'll go in here, and if we had a white one, we would put it under miner, and then when we get the green one, we would switch it under miner. Now I'm a little higher up with mining. I have my purple and I have my blue for quarry, and I'm going to show you how to get these. But first, how do you get the green one? Well, the green one, you would go and mine a few things. The servers are going down in 15 minutes, so let me quick show you a little more here. I did not mean to aggro. This camp here is good for gold, and so is this one. If you can take them both, and there's no downtime, I would recommend the Satire camp, as long as you can keep going without taking a break. I don't have time for this, go away. All right, so I'm just gonna show you like how quarry and mining would work. And give you an idea how to get the green rune. When you're going to do quarry or mining, just have pickaxes. I would recommend having like 7 of each to start. It's good when you're harvesting because you don't have to worry about running out of space as long as you are not eliminating mobs, because it's basically the same resources and they stack on top of each other. So as long as you have your inventory somewhat clean, you shouldn't have a problem. And the thing is, your axes will also decrease to open up even more slots as you go. So there's 2 things I like to carry. One is needed and the other one's not. Yes, we got 10 minutes. We got it. We're on the time crunch. So let me put my miner belt back on here. So I have these potions of quarrying. Basically, it gives me plentiful resources for 30 minutes. But this is not needed. This is just to get more materials. But what is needed, I would recommend, is a campfire mushroom stew. This uses just the mushrooms that you find in the world, and the rest of the stuff can be bought, and you can just make it at the cooking station. It takes 2 mushrooms, and then you just need a little bit of gold to pay for the rest. I try to make them get 20 mushrooms, and then I can make 10, and they last for 30 minutes. Really nice, and it'll help you get those discs quicker. I also have rings, but they're mainly for quarrying because I couldn't find mining rings. As I showed, I am blue on quarry and purple on mining. So once you have all that, you would just go to where you need to go and then hit the rock. 1, it does help all stats. 2, shows weak points more often. 3, gives you a better chance for critical. 4, gives you a stamina buff. And then 5 gives you 12 stamina. And that's how you break a hammer. Something you want to try to do is on your last hit, try to get that critical. So you see I avoided it and then I hit it on purpose. I did that because the last hit is always your best hit. So I want to try to get the critical on that. A lot of times I just go 1, and then I do 2, and then I do 3, and then 4. I do it pretty, like, you know, basically like that. Once I'm mostly down, I don't worry about doing 2 again because the weak points, it's not worth refreshing it in my mind. Everyone probably has their own patterns, though. When you're doing the big mother loads, you're only going to do 2s because you just want crits all the time. And you want those weak points to show. That's later on, and you'll pretty much need a purple disc to do much in dregs. So keep that in mind when you do go over there. I would have my potions on right now doing this, but because the server's going to restart, I don't want to waste them. I doubt we'll get lucky because we don't have as much time as I hoped. But I do have a picture of what it looks like when you do get one. And this picture is also showing what it looks like when you get a rough soul gem. They look very alike, but you could tell that the miner one is more of kind of like arrowhead shape, I guess you would say. And the rough soul gem is kind of like more unbalanced, not as symmetrical. And I'm telling you this because when you're doing mining, you're going to get those soul gems. And at first, you're going to be like, did I get it? And you might think you did, but you didn't. So with mining, it can get a little frustrating. So hopefully that helps you out there. And this is what you're going to do. You're going to do a lot of this. And, you know, if you get sick of doing it, take a break and farm some gold. Because you're going to need some gold for the minion dust. And when you're done, just log out right here. You can log right back in and continue where you left off. So you don't have to do these like long sessions. How long does it take? It takes a while, especially for your first green. If you don't use the mushroom soup, you could take it. I was working on it for like 4 hours until I got the mushroom soup, and then it probably took me about an hour after that. And then you don't know, it varies. Also, what I usually do is switch my belt depending on what I'm mining. Like when I switch back and forth, I just haven't because I forgot. But that way you get a little more for each one. When you're ready to upgrade the runes, what you would do is go to this crafting table. It's the rune stone crafting table. You would do upgrade items, disciplines, and then you would do exploration. Now you're going to need a lot of things here. For example, if we were going to do the miner, we would put the miner in here. We would need more miner disciplines. And then we would need soul essences. I have all of this stuff for the miner, but I don't have the money for the domination dust yet. So I can't show you the exact creation of it, but that's basically how it would go. So you would do 3 greens, boom, add all this stuff. It would make a blue. Once you have blues, you need 3 blues to make a purple. Once you have purple, you need 3 purples to make a legendary. So that's a lot of discs. And that's not all. When you're going through and upgrading your belts, when it's time to upgrade your belt, you can go into here and you're looking at harvesting toolkits. They'll probably call it belts, but basically It's the toolkit for harvesting, and it's a belt for crafting. So for harvesting, we're going to have it here, and we would put this in here, and we would buy 3 of these belts, which they're not that expensive. They're 2,500. But then you need 3 more disciplines in each slot. So you need 9 green miners for this. And then you need 9 for the blue. And then you need 9 for the legendary. So you're looking at getting a lot of green miner discs to be able to get all the way up to legendary. Not to mention gold, because even so it says Dominion dust, it's not something that can be crafted. It's just something that's bought for 4,000 each. Let me show you exactly where to get it. It's where we were before. And right here's the Dominion dust, 4,000 a pop. So I just do the same thing, come on this server and I farm. For the gold, there's 2 places to farm in the safe area. I like to do that. There is a quick guide that'll help you out. I will link to this down below, but it does show you everything you need to know on what I'm going over here. And it kind of shows you all the differences. Now this is more of an older guide, so some of these things may have changed a little bit, but so far I have not noticed anything that has changed yet. It goes over the toolkits, the belts, what's needed. There's some variations you can go with. Variation A, variation B, depending which magical coin you buy. I believe those are 50,000 gold. And then you can kind of see, you know, what you need for each one. You need 3 greens to get the blue, and then you need 3 blues to get the purple, and then you need 3 purples to get to legendary, not including the extra Dominion dust. And then here you're looking at 9 uncommon, 9 green each upgrade on the belt. So it's always just going to be 9 green. And I will link to this below. Like I said, it's a really good guide, so it'll help you out a lot. I'm putting it on screen just in case you want to just pause it as you go. Different variations. A lot of this is necromancer. So it's a lot of farming. But you get purple disc, you become, you know, something they could really use in the guild. And a great asset. So make sure you help out. Expect to give your ore and everything you get in dregs to your guild, especially in the very beginning, to help them out and get them going. We already have a guild that I like a lot, and I've been raiding with them every night we raid, which is awesome. It's Dauntless, and you can check them out. They are on the West server, and I am East, but I go on the West just to raid with them. And just to give you an idea here, this is what the guild looks like. We have our own alliance, and we have some really good players. We have some really good PvPers in the alliance. They're currently, I think, 2nd right now, 3rd or 2nd, and it's only the first one, so I'm sure we're going to do a lot better the next one, because everyone's been leveling up their crafting and everything in the beginning of the game, so you don't really know what's going on at the very start. So if you're looking for a guild, we do have openings. Just go ahead and search for them and throw an invite, and they'll accept you. That should be everything you need to know. If you have any questions, leave them down below. I hope I didn't miss anything. I have been a little rushed because of the game going down, and yeah, I'm loving this game. I know New World's coming out, so I'm a little worried it's going to kill the population, but New World just doesn't look that good to me, to be honest. I'm surprised that people are so excited over it, to be honest. But I didn't play it, so maybe I need to play it to try it. Thanks so much for the view. And I have some other Crowfall guides. I'll put them here.